So I'm here in Monterey, November 8, 2009, at about half an hour here before the sun goes down. And got a friend with me who's never seen Monterey, so I want to make the best of it. And Monterey has a lot of meaning to me because my father came here for two conferences in 1980 and 1981. So those were vulnerable years because it was the ending of my father's employment with the Seventh-day Adventist Church and kind of starting a new life outside of the warm bosom of that community. So I was very insecure. Came down here. My father was a very big deal at the time. I want to see this film. And so my father gave a couple of conferences, seminars at the Monterey Conference Center. My sister was with me one of those years, and she dyed my hair blonde. First time in my life, and the first time in my life I started using deodorant, and I was hyper interested in girls, and everything that had been familiar to me, warm, pretty much had been torn away by my father's expulsion from Seventh-day Adventist Church employment. So we came here to the Monterey Conference Center. I remember getting photos taken by my sister with my new blonde hair. And I was 14 or 15 and starting a new life. It was 1980 or 1981. We were down here both those years. So I always like to come back to the scene. Remember at that point in my life I had a toothpick in my mouth a lot. Thought it was cool. My mother kind of said, "I know why you're doing that, because you think it looks cool." So I came here to the Monterey Convention Center, and there were all these flowers out front. So we'll go back to that spot. Think about what's changed and what hasn't changed. I came by here in 2001, so 8 years ago, on my way to Vancouver, and sat down and reflected on how little had changed in the 21 years between 1980 and 2001 for me. But now I do feel like I've changed, thanks to my study of the Alexander technique and yoga and more therapy. So I do feel a lot more hopeful and happy than I did in 2001. Monterey Convention Center, where we were. I was here in 2001, and I was kind of sad about my life then, trying to start a new life after selling LukeFord.com and walking away from writing on the porn industry. So there were all these summer flowers when we were here. And I just sat here, right about here, took some pictures. And now I feel much more hopeful than I ever have.